We'll get started then.
All right, we're recording.
Well, we always like to start off with good news. Has anybody had any good news this week? Maybe a new contact, a new enrollment, maybe even made a new consultant this week? Anybody with good news?
I have 2 Pacesetters packs this week.
Nice. Way to go. $200 double PID.
Yes. And I have, there's a girl from back home that just came out of nowhere. She messaged me and she's like, I've been trying to figure out what it is that you're doing and I can't figure it out. So just tell me about it.
Nice.
So I added her to our product page, and I have been trying to get in touch with her, and she just hasn't really messaged me back, but she knows about the special and she knows that it ends this week. So hopefully, we'll be in touch later today. If not, then she'll sit there and seeds are being planted and they'll grow at some point whenever they're ready.
Absolutely. 4 to 6 connections over 4 to 8 months is a normal enrollment.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Excellent.
But other than that, I tried getting together stuff for a launch party this week with everybody else that's in my town, but nobody could really help put one together, and I was slammed with other life things. So we did set up, we're going to try to start with like 1 launch party a month. So we have the next 3 set up. And so I figured after we talk today and we learn about other types of launch parties, I wanted to figure out which ones we like the best. I really love the one that we talked about last week. And then make sure we have everything that we need for like the bags and for your for the first 3 days are free to do that thing. So I guess we just need to talk about that and figure out what launch party it is that we want to do. So. And then when you do those, do you so say I did bags and I did 3 bags and I said the first 3 are free, but nobody else did bags or they didn't want to put forth that money to do the bags and their people sign up. Do I give them, we still give them the bags, obviously?
Yes. They can't be exclusive just for people who are signing up with you.
Right.
Remember, most people are going to be in your downline. You're going to cycle off all of these activities too. And maybe after someone sees some signups, you could say, you're getting a PIB or a double PIB out of this. Can you pitch something towards their first 3 are free?
There you go. Good idea. Okay. Got it.
Now, did we get to talk about launch parties last week?
No, we just talked about by minute 30.
The inspirational.
They're tasting.
Okay. So the party launch party is a really important new party because it actually evolves into 2 or 3 others. What it is, it's from a couple from down in Florida. They took the inspirational launch party and they took out the videos. And they did it in less of a meeting kind of setting and more of an actual party kind of setting. Now, for some people, this is really hard to swallow from Isagenix. They really feel we've got to talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. And what we've been able to prove is you actually don't. It doesn't have to have as much formal talking as you think. In fact, you can have a very successful launch party just with a party atmosphere, not a meeting atmosphere. So if you take out the videos and just do 2 product testimonials that are each less than 3 minutes each, do a simple 1-minute simple success story, then do your product line description, well, that's only 9 minutes. And that's it. The rest is just instruction as to what to eat and how you can join afterwards. So that when you come to a launch party, it's a real party. There's music playing. Someone greets you at the door with a martini glass with Replenish mixed with Cleanse and a couple slices of fruit and some ice chips in it. Because when you're starting walking around with a martini glass in your hand, you feel like Dean Martin. You feel like you're at a party. A lot of mixing and mingling, people getting to know each other for the first time. The leader brings them into a separate room for just a minute. They don't need to sit down. They can stand there with their martini glasses. No need to sit down because it's only 10 minutes. 2 product testimonials, simple success story, describe your product line from the top down, and then say, hey guys, this is a real party. In the other room, we've got party food. Now we've got traditional party food. We got fruit trays and veggie trays and some dips and such. But we've also got a wide variety of superfoods. In fact, there are associates in the room tonight who've never tried some of the products that are in that next room. They're going to be as interested in them as you are here as a guest. When you decide you want to get started tonight, come back into this room. We'll have 3 stations here set up for you to choose how you want to get started immediately. Enrollment forms here, laptops over here for live enrollments, and back there, that's where we'll do our 3-way calls to a customer service professional. So turn the music back up, everybody. It's a party. And the rest is just mixing and mingling around a buffet table, experimenting with everything. And all of those shares and questions and answers all get taken care of while someone's got a piece of an ice and light in their hand. What do you think of the party launch party? It's very light and loose.
Yeah. I mean, it goes back to the inspirational launch party. Like, you don't need to give them a lot of the videos or anything because they're supposed to get all of that in our product page.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. The product page takes care of a lot of that stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's, before we started your training, that's kind of where I struggled, is the few launch parties I did do, I'd have Why Isogenics getting ready to play. I'm like, you've all seen this.
Yeah. Why are we doing this again?
Yeah. So it was just kind of like a waste of time.
Yeah.
So I didn't really know what to do after that. Like we talk, we're like, do you have questions? I mean, so yeah, it definitely makes sense. So what kind
Can you see having something that loose?
Yes. I think that initially I might be more comfortable with the inspirational launch party. And then to move down to like the party launch party.
Mm-hmm.
Just because
the first time it was done, there were 18 associates and 7 guests. All 18 associates said the same thing. When can we do another one of these? I can invite my friends to this, because this is a party. It's not a meeting, where the meeting is kind of intimidating to bring some people to, where if no high pressure or anything, it's just a party. There's 10 minutes and then back to the party. They're much more apt to bring friends to a party launch party than a traditional meeting launch party.
And so what do you call it? Like when you're trying to market it?
Just a taste testing party.
Okay.
Just a taste testing party. Yeah. And be very stressed that this is not a meeting. There is no long presentation. There's no videos. There's no whiteboard or anything. Okay. It's just a party. The first time they had one, they had 7 guests. 5 of the 7 guests joined with packs and left the party in under an hour. They tried the food, said, yeah, I'll get started. Boom, they're at the door. The other 2 received that 72-hour callback we've talked about, where we asked them the question, what question was it that you needed answered before you get started? And when they were asked that question, they got their answer. Boom, one started with a business builders pack, the other started with a presents pack. All from a party.
It's crazy.
Now we're coming into a fun time of the year for this. We had a team in Australia, in Canada. They did party launch parties that were pool parties in the summer. And on a Thursday afternoon, they'd hire a lifeguard. One of the members had a great in-ground pool. They'd have moms over with their kiddies. Moms would go over and do some taste testing. The kids were taken care of because there was a lifeguard for the pool. They did sign people up on the spot at the party, and the moms played with their kids and went home. Done. Any excuse where you could laugh and have fun, you can throw a party launch party.
And so what products do you taste or do you sample at both?
Well, at a launch party, the first one, they did everything. Like they even had the soup set. They did the soups. They did all the shakes. They did as many bars as they could get their hand on. I mean, they did a huge buffet of party food.
And when you cut up the bars, so everything's bite-sized?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. A bar turns into 12 pieces.
And is it one full Isodelight, or do you cut up the Isodelights too?
Oh, same thing with Isodelight. Isodelight goes into 4s.
Okay.
Yeah, a bar goes into 12s. Like you need one bar of each flavor you get your hands on. Everybody's got a sample.
Okay.
But they did the soups, they did the shakes, they did the whey thins, you name it, they tried it. Now what happened was the leaders knew what their downline ordered and didn't order. And they actually saw people go home that night and add things to order to have delivered to their house immediately because they test drove it at their house. So BV went up even from their associates as well as their new enrollment. But it's an important distinction, and frankly, it's a move that needs to take place within Isagenix, where people realize everything doesn't have to be another meeting.
Right.
You can build your business in a party atmosphere. You can. In fact, in some cases, you should, where a meeting isn't appropriate for the setting.
Well, and like you said, you're going to be able to get more people to a taste testing party than to a meeting.
Yep. I wouldn't want to come to a meeting. I wouldn't be interested in a 35-minute presentation. I wouldn't turn me on at all.
And so the mix, like the martini glass, is it just lemon lime replenish and cleanse?
It can be any of it. Pick a flavor. You can do multiple flavors of it. You can have different punch bowls where they test drive different replenish flavors.
Okay. But when you say that they mix the replenish and the cleanse, is it those two that they're mixing?
Yeah, they put out a particular flavor of replenish, but they always put cleanse in the cocktail so they can say, oh, by the way, you guys have already started cleansing. Well, why? It was in the martini. Really? Yeah, it tastes that good.
Oh, so you put it in with all 3 flavors of replenish?
Yeah. Well, no. 3 different flavors of replenish punch bowls, but cleanses in every one of them.
Yeah. Okay. I just am struggling with how that would taste in my mind.
Oh, you've never done replenish with cleanse?
No. I mean, I put it all in my rocket fuel, but that's like the kitchen sink, and that's just all sorts of stuff going on. Like, your taste buds have no idea what they're tasting because there's just so much going on in there. But the only thing I've ever really mixed with my replenish, I do Ionics and orange replenish. Otherwise, I don't really mix a whole lot.
Really? Okay. Well, we always do it just to say that they've already started cleansing.
Oh.
Yeah. Doesn't have to be a lot of cleanse.
Right. And do you do the liquid cleanse or I guess powder, because it's already powder, it's powder replenish?
Yeah.
Or it doesn't matter?
Powder replenish. Well, actually, the powder is better. Powder does a better mix that way with the powdered replenish. Yeah.
Powder cleanse and okay, got it.
And then just mix the water and the ice, but also some fresh fruit in there as well. So either slices of oranges or lemons or limes. Yeah.
Okay.
The key is, make a punch like you would for a party. Why? Because this is a party.
Right. Is there like YouTube videos of other people doing like inspirational launch parties and party launch parties?
No one's ever done any videos of what they're doing. No, it doesn't exist. Sorry.
Okay. Why?
Now the party launch party is important because we've taken it and turned it into 2 other parties. The next one is a really important model, and it's really helped a lot of people build where their business has never built before. And we call it the AutoShip Partner Launch Party. The AutoShip Partner Launch Party. I don't like to call our product users because it makes them sound less important. We have business partners and we have auto ship partners. The fact is, most of our associates are auto ship partners. We cycle because of our people that just enjoy the product. Because on average, 85, 90% of our associates remain associates. They never get their products paid for. They keep ordering because they love the product. But previous to this idea, even if someone had a great product experience, if they didn't want to be a business builder, we would never do a launch party with them. Because why would they host a party? They aren't a business builder. Well, we came up with an idea that really works. The idea is offering to trade someone who's on auto ship some free product on their auto ship order next month for throwing a successful launch party. So you'd go to someone who's on the product and you'd say to them, hey, you look great, you must feel great, and people must be asking questions. Like, what on earth are you doing? Well, I'd love to solve a problem for each of us. You'd like to have some things explained to your friends without kind of saying you're a business builder, and I'd love to get to meet your friends so they could enjoy the product experience you're enjoying. So if you throw a party, I'll show up and do a little 10-minute presentation in a party setting. I won't hold your party hostage with some meeting. It'll be a little tiny little 10-minute presentation, and the rest is just going to be a party, but we'll have superfoods as options for them to munch on. Now, as a result of that party, 2 of your friends decide to join with PAX. I will buy your favorite product on auto ship next month. You eat for free on me. Now, if 4 of your friends decide to join with PAX, I will either cover your entire auto ship order, or maybe you've always wanted to try that Rejuvenity skincare system. Well, I would gladly buy you that as a gift for hosting such a great party. Now, this is how it'll go. 2 of your friends sign up. I will personally enroll them. I'm not trying to trick you into becoming a consultant, but I will place them below you on your team leg, so that if any time in the future you change your mind and decide to build a business, that BV will be sitting there waiting for you. If 4 people join, same scenario. I'll personally enroll them, put them on your team leg, and with my PIBs, I'll cover either your entire auto ship order or purchase that Rejuvenity skincare system for you and put that in your auto ship order. Have you ever thought of doing that with any of your auto ship partners before?
So you're enrolling them under them?
Well, positioned under the tree under them, but I am personally enrolling them.
Oh.
You're not trying to fool this person and make them a business builder. So they're not going to become a consultant as a result of this party.
Okay. I see.
Now, this really works. The first time it was ever done in Australia, it was so successful. The woman has 6 friends joining with President's Pack. So the double PIBs alone are going to be $1,000. So the host comes back to her upline and Mel and says, I don't know how to ask this. And Mel says, I know what you're going to ask. Can you change your mind and become a consultant? She says, yeah, but that would be taking all this money from you. Mel says, no, they're your friends, and I need 1 more consultant to get the Crystal Director bonus of $750 this week. So we'll both come out of this earning $1,000. But I don't want to make a fake consultant here. So these people are your friends. Ultimately, they're going to look to you for customer service. I know you don't know how to do that yet. I just need you to commit to shadowing me for the next 30 days, and I'll show you how to give great customer service to your friends. After that, they'll ultimately look to you. And that's exactly what happened. The host became a consultant, made over $1,000. Mel made $750 in the bonus plus the extra BV. She made close to another $1,000. Very, very simple approach. But because of the success, the host changed their mind and wanted to become a consultant. What do you think of that idea?
Well, I love the idea of building more consultants.
But remember, you don't want to make a fake consultant. If this person doesn't want to become a business builder, you don't want to make them into one name only, right?
Right.
That's why we have Isogenics orphans who look up and there's no one above them building the business.
Right.
But remember, we don't get into about 90% of our associates' circles of influence because we don't host parties with auto ship partners. Previous to this idea, we only hosted parties with business builders. Well, that's really restricting your circle of influence by a lot.
Yeah. Okay. But we're never limiting our parties to just business builders. We tell everybody on our team that you can come. It just seems to be that the business builders are the only ones that come.
But think of how different it would be if a happy product user invited their friends to their house.
Yeah.
That's completely different than them coming to a business builder's house with friends.
True. Okay, got it.
Right?
Yep.
Completely different energy.
Okay.
Plus, most of our launch parties are actual meetings. This is an actual party.
Right. Okay.
One of my mentees from Colorado, the first week she offered this, she had 3 auto ship partners sign up to do parties. Just because it was offered to them. Now, when I showed that one to a start member, she came up with the next launch party idea. And we call that the pre-launch launch party. And this really works. The idea is if someone is a little concerned about carrying a certain amount of money on their credit card for a month, they don't join and go find their friends. They actually throw a launch party before they join. So it just happened for one of our mentees. She was a start member, said to 2 leaders, I would love to get going, but I can't risk carrying that much on my card. What can I do? And they said, okay, don't worry about it. Don't join. Just fill your little apartment. We'll show up and do a 10-minute presentation. We'll have taste testing for your friends. We'll only enroll them using the enrollment form method. So no live enrollments. At the end of the party, you'll see what your friends are joining with, so you'll know exactly what you can afford to join with. So we'll enroll you first with whatever pack you feel you can afford now because of what your friends are joining with, and then you will personally enroll all your friends that came to the party and joined. You ever heard anything like that before?
Mm-mm.
Well, no, but that is what I did with one of my people. We but that way we kind of forced her into being a consultant, and then she abandoned everybody.
She didn't stay on the product or anything?
Well, she does every once in a while, like she'll be inactive for a couple months and then she'll be active and people will say, what are you doing? And so she enrolls them, but then she never follows up, never does anything. I try to get in touch with them, but they don't know me. They don't really want to talk to me about it. And then because Stacy doesn't stay on all the time, they don't stay on. So it's a vicious cycle. And every time I see her, she's like, don't judge me. I know I need to get back on. I know I do. And her husband is like, this is just how she is. This is what she does. And she gets so mad at herself when she sees me and she knows that I'm being successful with it. She's like, okay, I need to do this. And then she'll be great for like 2 weeks and then she falls off. Just doesn't have discipline.
Well, in this case, the gal invited 6 friends over. 2 friends joined with President's Pack. So she saw that her President's Pack was going to cost less than $200. So she joined with the president's back. But what she didn't know is that one of the other 4 guests who didn't join that night at the party contacted the leaders and said, I'd love to do this, but I need the same deal. If I throw a party next week, will you come to my house? They said, sure. They go to her house. 3 of her friends join. So her pack is free. And the gal who hosted the party the week before, without even knowing it, is now halfway to consultant, because these leaders didn't steal the enrollment. They enrolled that girl under the girl that hosted the party the week before. So the leaders are showing up, throwing a 10-minute party, walking out with a brand new consultant and 3 enrollments or 4 enrollments. It's the easiest enrollments and consultants they've ever made.
That is easy. And so they're doing their
party launch party.
Party launch party.
Yeah, it's in a part because the friends are really just coming to see what their friends are going to do. They're really not there for a meeting. So it's strictly a taste testing party launch party model. And the leaders are over the moon. They're like, PK, we've been doing this for 3 years. We've never made a consultant in an hour before. But that's what we've done. Each week in an hour, we've made a consultant. I said, it really only takes an hour? He says, oh, it's no work because someone else is hosting the party. They said, we showed up 5 minutes before the top of the hour. We left at the top of the hour, the next hour. We were there for 1 hour and walked out with a brand new consultant.
And they're bringing
the easiest work we've ever had. They're bringing the snacks and everything, yeah.
I like
but
that.
they were thrilled that it could be that simple. And of course, if they don't put anybody in the room, you don't show up. So it's no effort on your part. There's no lost effort.
Yeah. So they have to do the quote unquote advertising marketing for it.
The host does.
Yeah.
Yeah, the host has to fill the room. They've got to clean the dust bunnies and put away the dog and fill the room. You show up and do a 10-minute presentation with a friend and do some samples and just sign people up. It's found money.
Yeah, it is. That's brilliant. Okay.
So when you
Isn't that a great idea?
Yeah.
Sorry?
What all do you do in the 10-minute presentation then? If it's that short, do you just do a quick overview, or do you show a video, or what do you do exactly?
No. Party launch parties have no videos. It's just 2 product testimonials. I felt, I love, I am.
Okay.
A silly success story and the product line top down. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, very, very simple. No, there's no videos. There's no whiteboard. There's nothing. It's a party.
Okay.
Yeah. Guys, here's people building their business without any of the stuff that we think you have to do or you can't have a party. But if you think about it, Mary Kay, the Tupperware people, the jewelry people, the handbag people, the candle people, all those people, all that business model is based upon the person hosting the party isn't a business builder. They're just trying to get discounted or free product. This isn't a new idea. I didn't know that because I've never been in any other company. After I taught it to someone, one woman said, well, this is stupid. I said, why is it stupid? She said, oh, no, not you, me. Okay, why are you stupid? She said, because I was with Mary Kay for 25 years. I said, I don't understand. This is what we were taught to do in Mary Kay. Why didn't I move it sideways? I've been in Isogenics for 5 years. I don't know why you didn't move it sideways.
Well, and that's why people would host Tastefully Simple parties to get all their food for free.
Yep. Same model. That's all we're doing. Simple, simple.
It is simple. It's annoying that we need to sit on, like, we need to have somebody tell us this when this is, we know this. And
there's nothing, like, this isn't like an anti-Isogenics thought, right? Like, what's wrong with this? Nothing. Why didn't we move it sideways? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like someone on a call who said, that's 72-hour callbacks. Yeah. Says, you know that other companies teach that, right? Says, no, I don't know anything about any other network marketing company. I'm not a generic trainer. I only train Isogenics, and I made that up. Says, well, we were taught it for 20 years in another company to always call people back after 3 days. Oh, so did you do it in your Isogenics business? No, he says, that's what makes me angry. Why didn't I do that?
Yeah, who knows?
Now, I don't know why we're not trained in Isagenix to do that, because it really works. That 72-hour callback is a big deal. It's a big deal. It works. It changes your enrollment numbers radically if you'll just follow up within 3 days.
Okay.
But do you see how simple this can be?
It's so simple.
But imagine if you could reshape what someone thinks when they think about an Isagenix party. It doesn't have to be another meeting. It can actually be a party.
Yeah.
Because right now, that's not what people think.
No.
They think slideshows and a speaker and a microphone and, you know, it's not a party. And that's how Canada Isagenix was formed. Susan Sly and Mara Lorenzo doing wine and cheese parties on a Friday night that turned into Isagenix parties where they signed up with 9 days and they'd drink really good wine and have really nice cheese and sign up a bunch of people, and they'd go home and Mara and Susan would finish the wine and watch Sex and the City. That was a Friday night.
All right.
Now, the next kind is even shorter. It has no presentation at all. Eventually, we're just getting to the place where we just say sign up and people sign up. No, not really. But there's another version called the Healthy Happy Hour. And what it is a cocktail party where there is no presentation of any kind. It's just a taste testing cocktail party. And it's kind of a 90-minute window idea where people come and go, and if they've been interested in trying out your products, they'd stop by for an open house, you know, have a healthy cocktail, try some of the products, meet some people that are already using the products, and leave. The average lifespan of a visit to a Healthy Happy Hour is 20 minutes. Come and go. Yet, people still enroll from that very light, non-encumbering connection. In New Hampshire, they kind of did it perfectly. I wish more people would adopt this idea. They booked 2 Healthy Happy Hours the same week, one on a weeknight and one on a weekend night. And 2 weeks before the first of them, they put everybody they could think of on a Facebook page dedicated to this Healthy Happy Hour event that week. So people had choices between 2 nights they could come to. They were invited to them 2 weeks beforehand so they could adjust their schedule to which night was better for them. And then 7 days leading up to the party, they released a new idea, a video, a new bit of information about a product that people would be trying, or even they were giving out Ampline products for door prizes. They released videos for them every day for 7 days. So you got an invite 14 days out, then a reminder on day 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all leading up to the party. And they put 125 people on that Facebook page. 25 people visited one of those 2 Healthy Happy Hours, and 9 people enrolled with 0 presentation. Just a Healthy Happy Hour with the taste testing. Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, where this is perfect, when I taught this to one Isagenix millionaire, she lives in a condominium, and she can't hold launch parties in her condo. It's against the condo rules. But she can throw a cocktail party. So as soon as she heard this idea, she booked the community room because she's going to expose all of the people in her condominium to these great products that's made her a millionaire. But there will be no presentation. There'll be no signing anybody up on the moment because it's just a cocktail party. Isn't that a cool idea?
So they sign up like within the 72 hours?
Yeah, it's a follow-up sign-up because they only stay for 10 or 15 minutes. They say, you know, I'd be interested in hearing more about this. They're called back and they sign up that next week, yeah.
Okay, got it.
For instance, I heard of one team in Minnesota. This was the coolest idea I've ever heard of. This was a Healthy Happy Hour. I can never get those H's right. The Healthy Happy Hour with a twist. It was a ladies only cocktails and conversations night where they had real cocktails and they test drove the Rejuvenity skincare line. Every woman got a sampler, washed her face, put the sampler on, saw what it did to her face in the moment, because it's a ladies' night only cocktail hour. They brewed the organic coffee so they could taste how great it was, and that put that wonderful coffee smell throughout the room. And they had everybody try every single flavor of Ice of the Light. And they had 7 guests. 4 of the guests joined within 3 days with packs. Didn't show them a shake, didn't show a video, nothing. Just the Rejuvenity skincare line, some coffee, and some Ice of the Light at a cocktail party. Isn't that the coolest idea ever?
Yeah.
Face it, when's the last time you allowed for the Rejuvenity skincare line to be a cornerstone of a happy hour?
Yeah, no.
Never.
Mm-mm.
And you can buy those samplers in a kit.
Yep.
Now there's a $200 monthly purchase that someone could add to their order because they're spending it somewhere else. Why not spend it with Isagenix?
Right.
Do you see how people are getting inventive with the idea, though?
Yeah, definitely.
That's the key. Stop thinking we should do a launch party 2 months in a row the same way. Why? Why would you do that? If you're going to do one in the next month, man, it's going to be spring. It's going to be beautiful. You could do kind of an outdoorsy thing with some lighty things outside and cocktail party music going on, and you have a great time. Or you can have a quiet evening where just ladies got outside and had cocktails and conversations. And because it's just ladies, they don't mind taking off their makeup and trying the Rejuvenity skincare system themselves. Boom.
Yeah.
See how there's twists to this?
Yep. Well, in the pre-launch launch party would help 90% of the issues that I have of people saying, I don't have the money right now. I don't have the money right now. I really want to do this, but I don't have the money right now. I need to wait for this or that or whatever it may be.
Exactly. And just tell them, well, money doesn't have to be an objection. Why? Don't join. Throw a party. What if no one joins? Then we'll have to wait again, but maybe they will. You put 6 or 7 friends in the room and you want us to have a party, you're going to have a couple of friends join. Promise you. And of course, they don't have to explain anything. They just have to throw a party. Do you see how this expands all the ways you could do this?
Yep.
That's the key to all this. Stop thinking it's got to look like this. It doesn't have to look like anything. There's a 3-dip litmus test for this. Is it legal? Is it ethical? Is it compliant? If the answer is yes to all 3, why aren't you trying it? Because no one else has done it before? Well, that's a sad excuse. When I taught the AutoShip partner launch party to a gal, the line got really kind of quiet and serious. I said, I've offended you somehow. She says, no, you haven't. Well, you're angry. She says, yeah, but I'm not angry with you. Well, who are you angry with? She says, myself. Okay, why? She says, because I had this exact idea 2 years ago. I said, okay, why didn't you try it? She says, because I told it to my upline and they told me it was stupid. Use the video. And I said, but you're not angry with them. She said, no, I'm angry with myself that I listened to them. Why am I acting like my upline's my boss? That's stupid.
Well, and we always think we have these tools, use the tools.
But the reality is any tool that Isagenix throws at you is just an idea that's 2 years old and stale that the field came up with 2 years ago. How do I know? Because they interviewed me before they created that launch party and didn't do anything I told them to do. I said, don't make long videos, so they made long videos.
Do you ever speak? Do you speak at events at like the Isagen?
Never in a million years would I speak at an event. No way. You know how much trouble I get in?
True.
I think corporate's sitting there. I say, yeah, corporate comes up with great ideas. They've only been out in the field for 2 years. These guys don't make up anything. They don't sell shakes. Well, corporate doesn't want to hear that.
Yeah, true.
But it's true. But it's true. Corporate doesn't sell shakes.
Yeah.
When corporate tells you to start at the bottom and go up, and I go, yeah, there's someone who's never sold a shake before. Why? You never start at the bottom with anything.
Funny.
Yeah, no, I never. Not only that, I never speak around my other mentees because I'm there to make them shine. So it's only a few mentees that will ever train with me. Because if you go to a large event, my mentees are on stage. I've been presenting for 30 years. I'm really good at it, and I'm not going to take any sunshine off anybody else. Not doing it. I don't do it. I learned my lesson the hard way that way.
Do you go to the events?
Oh, yeah. I just can't go in the main room because I'm allergic to perfume.
Oh.
So if you go to a large event and go to the sales room, you'll see me sitting in the chairs in the sales room where they have the direct feed. I can go in there because the perfume is not so strong, but I can't go in the main room. And I can't be there when people come and go out of the main room because there's just too much perfume. I'm always gone somewhere by then.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, and it's not an annoying kind of allergy. I have an EpiPen in my messenger bag. I've always got a bag on me. There's an EpiPen in there. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to look for you at Celebration in that other room then.
I'm easy to spot. I always am wearing the same thing. Black jeans, black boots, and a black t-shirt. Really simple. Says Impact Malawi on it. Big bald guy. You can't confuse me with anybody else. I have the same uniform wherever I go. I wear black jeans and black boots and a black t-shirt with a picture of my kids from Africa all over it.
All right.
I use my big chest as a billboard for my kiddies. Now, there's one last kind of launch party, and there are 3 videos on my YouTube channel that explain it. It's called the Executive Launch Party. And it was created because we were mentoring one of the fastest growing teams in the world. In fact, I don't think anyone's ever maxed out as fast as they did. And their complaint was, we can't make an executive fast enough. And I was driving in a snowstorm, taking my wife to a doctor's appointment 90 minutes away. And I said, well, why don't you throw an executive launch party? And they said, oh, I'm sorry, PK, we're kind of new. We've never heard of one of those before. I said, well, you couldn't have because I'm making up while we're talking. I've never heard of one before either. So I made it up. And the idea was that you would prepare for this launch party for about a month in advance, because 10 of your friends will come bringing their 2 friends with them who are going to join the same night. So it's really an enrolling party. And it will take you a good month to do the 3-way calls to pull that off. Now, they had done them a number of times successfully in Australia up until last March, but never here in North America until Dan Ferguson. Well, Dan Ferguson is a principal from Dearborn, Michigan. He was asked the $10,000 question. Now, the $10,000 question is on my YouTube channel as well. It's very simple. It's a statement, a promise, and a question. The statement is, Isagenix has put $10,000 on the table for people who build deliberately during their first 6 months. The promise is, I know I could help you hit those kind of markers along the way. And then the question is, if you didn't spend it on bills or debt, is there some part of your family budget that would benefit from an extra $10,000 over the next 6 months? Now, when Dan heard that question, he thought of himself, but also the teachers in his school, who all either have to teach summer school or take summer jobs because they don't make enough money to take the summer off. And he thought, if I could put that $10,000 in their pocket, they could actually do that. So he throws a launch party after seeing the 3 videos on my YouTube channel and says, guys, in 1 month, I'm going to have a monster launch party. and I'm going to see how many people I can get all the way to executive in a single night. Well, 8 people join him that night saying, yes, let's see if we can do this. See if we can't get that money in teachers' hands. So now 9 people are filling the room for a monster executive launch party. Well, over the next 30 days, 32 more people enroll. Now 41 people are filling the room for the monster launch party. In the end, 60 people enrolled at a single launch party. 14 went consultant, 2 went crystal director, 1 went crystal executive in one party. The most successful executive launch party in the history of Isagenix. All happening just outside of Detroit, Michigan. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
And so how many did this initial person sign up?
I don't know what his numbers were. He ended up being the one crystal executive, and then he made 2 crystal directors under him immediately. But a wild thing was, though, in 30 days, in total, 101 people enrolled.
On his team.
And on his team. And the next month, every one of those 100 people had a 100 BV order as a minimum. No one fell off out of 100 people.
Wow.
Now, I asked him how hard was it. He says it isn't any less work than going a crystal executive over 6 months. You just do it all in 1 month. It's the same amount of work. You just cram it all into 30 days.
That'd be the way to do it.
Yeah, you can pull the Band-Aid off slow, or you can pull it off fast. You pick. It's completely up to you. Again, is it ethical? Is it legal? Is it compliant? If the answer is yes, why not try it? The key here is to foster and fuel ingenuity. Everybody in Isagenix is an independent business owner. Everybody has the opportunity to do something amazing in their business that no one's ever done before. Why aren't you trying it? So that is all the types of launch parties that I know to tell you. What do you think is the one you'd like to try the most?
Well, I think the party launch party is great, but I think based on all the objections that I have, the pre-launch party would be the one that people would be more apt to do and be more helpful. And kind of
it does answer an immediate question, doesn't it?
Yeah. And in a sense, the pre-launch launch party could kind of turn into the executive launch party, because it's kind of what they're doing.
Yeah, they really knocked it out. Yep. They put enough people in the room, they could.
Yeah. The thing is I need to get my people around here that are in Isagenix on, like, they want to do, like, I mean, I have business builders here, but they don't want to put forth any effort for the launch parties. They're fine building their business, even though launch parties are going to be a lot less work for them. They, you know, in a sense, they could get more people quicker doing launch parties. I just can't convince them that we just need to set aside some time and do a launch party and actually get it going. And it could, you know, it will be successful, but they just, I don't know what the deal is. I don't know.
But, you know, part of it may be that if the launch parties have been too meeting oriented,
yes.
It may be construed that you've got to be a public speaker in order to do launch parties.
Yeah. So
Where if you dumb them down the way I show you, you may be able to include the 98% of the population that's scared to death of speaking in public.
That's my problem.
speaking.
Yes.
So then we need to do the party launch party.
Yeah, I know.
Just a taste testing party.
I just don't like throwing parties, period. I don't even like doing my kids' birthday parties. I'm just not good at party planning. And so that's been my holdup. So I'm trying to work through that because I do want to do launch parties. I just haven't quite gotten myself there yet. But I'm working on it.
It is the shortest way to build powerfully within a team. I mean, look at these gals that been in for 2 or 3 years and are now seeing. We do pre-launch launch parties. We make a consultant in an hour. You don't ever make a consultant in an hour any other way.
No.
No.
And I don't doubt.
But they were so giddy with the results. Like, PK, you can't believe it. Like, it's an hour. We've got a new consultant. The next week, there's another one. Had another consultant. I'm like, oh, what if we could do one every week? I said, yeah, it'd be really great.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't doubt for a second that they work. It's just another comfort zone I have to step out of that I'm working on. So I'll get there.
I understand. So hopefully between the fly fishing and getting to that conversation, imagine nutrition could transform anything about your health. What would you choose to transform first? Learning to start at the top, work our way down with our product line, following the 6 touches in the first 30 days so people get paid, and then using all of the different models of launch parties we've shown you. We've given you some kind of base skills to build off of with your team.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, now I need to go and teach my team how easy these could be and go from there.
Yes. The big thing is if you can just get them doing 2 of them, get them always starting at the top and going down with your product line and always printing off that 6 touches in the first 30 days form and just following the form and see how simple this could be. That's the key. It could be very, very simple. It isn't the amount of business juggling that you thought it was. This could be a lot simpler than you're making it.
Yep. Okay.
Sound like a plan?
Sounds great.
Yes.
Excellent. Any last questions?
I don't think so.
No.
I guess hopefully we'll be seeing you in August.
I'll be in Vegas. I'm going to ride my motorcycle down.
Oh, well, I'll be there.
Yes.
I'm for sure going, but hopefully I'll find you.
It's, 2,400 miles from my house. So yeah.
And so you're going to take just your motorcycle, not like a car and pull your motorcycle?
What would be the fun in doing that? No, I'm driving the motorcycle. Yeah. Well, last year I went as far as you can go and still be in North America. One Saturday I was on the east coast of Newfoundland out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. And the next Saturday I was at Celebration in San Diego, the other corner of North America.
Wow.
Did we talk about this? Have you been to Sturgis?
No, I'm not into that kind of stuff. That's not my bag. You got to remember, I was a minister, so that whole scene wouldn't be my kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah.
That's Jamie's neck of the woods there.
Yep. 20 minutes away.
I wouldn't mind visiting it sometime when there weren't all those people there, but that idea doesn't do anything for me, so I know.
It's a little crazy.
Well, I don't even like going into cities. Like even in Vegas, I'm probably going to find a place farther out from Vegas to stay, because I won't stay there, because I'll just drop in and spend a few hours at Celebration and then go for a ride up the mountain and stand there. Cities don't do anything for me, so yeah. Bikes are for me are all about mountains and rivers and beauty and God's creation and that kind of stuff. It isn't cities. Because you can't go fast in those places.
True.
Well, you'll be able to see me. I'll be the guy walking funny.
All right. Well, PK, thank you so much for taking your time and helping us grow our business.
Yes, thank you.
I'm glad to help. Please keep an eye out on YouTube. You know, when we come up with a new idea, we always publish it on YouTube. So any new ideas end up there. You can easily duplicate them for your team from there.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. See you guys.
Bye-bye.